The price of gold is steadily on the rise. Last March, when the fear of the corona pandemic was at its peak and the appetite for cash was strongest in the financial market, gold prices also fell. But it soon rebounded, and the price of the precious metal is now staying steadily over $1,700 per ounce. Gold's all-time highest price was $1,899 per ounce, recorded back in August 2011. That was when the central banks around the world were lowering interest rates to cope with the fallout of 2008's financial crisis. Gold is usually thought to be a safe haven for investors when currencies depreciate and market volatility rises. This time, too, to cope with the aftermath of COVID-19, central banks around the world will have to maintain low interest rates and print more money. For now, it looks like the worst is over in the market, but the volatility won't go away soon. Many predict that the price of gold will continue to rise, and some even say that it will break a new record and reach $3,000 per ounce. But no investment is totally risk-free. The price of gold also fluctuates, and not all the analysts are on the same page. Warren Buffett, who is known to be disinterested in gold investment, once said, "It doesn't do anything but sit there and look at you." According to him, buying gold goes against his principle of investing in things that are useful and supply some practical need that people have. Nobody knows. In a world of post-COVID-19, you may beat the Oracle of Omaha, or vice versa. Gold is believed to be a safe bet for investors. Buying gold is like buying insurance for currencies that may lose value or suffer from inflation. So I said gold is believed to be a safe bet. A safe bet means you're not actually gambling, but when you make an investment, the chances are that you will get your money back. We can also use it outside of money. So you can say, hey, if you go to college, it's a safe bet that you'll find a good job afterwards. So it means you're taking kind of advantage of something that will give you more in the future. And then finally, I said that they will lose or suffer from inflation. So when we talk about inflation, that is the rise in the printing of money, but it will lose its value over time. In uncertain economic times, gold is the best bet for investors. Purchasing gold is like buying insurance for poor performing currencies. So I said in uncertain economic times. So right now, things are very uncertain. That means we're not sure what's going to happen. Is the market going to rebound? Are we going to go into a recession? We're not sure. So we call it uncertain economic times. And this time I said gold is the best bet for investors. So your best bet is if you have several choices and you pick the one that will give you the most positive things or advantage, that's called your best bet. For example, let's say you're going to take a trip to the beach on the east coast of Korea. Best bet would be to leave early, meaning that if you leave at 5 a.m., you will not hit traffic. The economic outlook is grim. The Fed will keep interest rates low for now. The laws of supply and demand dictate that the prices of the precious metals will not drop soon. So I said the economic outlook is grim. If something is grim, it does not look good. It means the future, there's not much positive things going on. It looks very dark. And then I said the Fed will keep interest rates low for now. So we talk about the Fed. It's short for the Federal Reserve or central banks. So you might hear it a lot in conversation. So officially you'll say the Federal Reserve, but in conversation we just say the Fed. And I said the laws of supply and demand dictate the prices of the precious metals. So the laws of supply and demand, meaning if something is in short supply, the demand is also high and the prices go up. And I said the prices of precious metals. So precious metals, or precious metal, which is gold, means silver, platinum. The most expensive metal is californium. So when we talk about precious metals, that's when we talk about the very expensive gold metals. Lower interest rates are standard in times of economic downturns. Everyone purchasing gold will keep the prices high. So I said in standard times of economic downturn. Again, an economic downturn is when things are not going well. So previously, before Corona, the economy was really good, but then you have high unemployment and all these financial problems. That is a downturn in the economy. When people stop buying stuff and things in the stock market goes down, that's an economic downturn. And then I said everyone purchasing gold will keep the prices high. So if everyone's buying gold, that means it's going to go in short supply and high demand. That will keep the prices high. The price of gold is almost $1,800 per ounce. Forecasts predict it will break the previous record and reach $3,000 per ounce. So here I said break the previous record. So if you break a previous record means if someone sets a number or goes really fast, you break it, that means you've passed it. So for example, the running 1,000 meters, it was 2 minutes and over 11 seconds. So if you did 2 minutes and 10 seconds, you broke the previous record. Gold is hovering just under record prices. Some precious metal analysts say it could go as high as 3,000 US dollars. Okay, so I said gold is hovering just under record prices. So if we talk about something as hovering, that means it's kind of neutral. It's staying in one place. Imagine a helicopter hovering in one place. So if the price of gold, it's almost at 1,800, means it's hovering. It's not going up, it's not going down. But if the demand increases, it will go above $1,800 an ounce. But right now it's hovering, means it's not moving up and down dramatically. It's you and you alone who will take on the risks to invest. These predictions are not set in stone and may not yield you high returns. So first I said, it is you and you alone. We use this expression when we talk about that one person has to make their own decision. Other people may influence it, but in the end of the day, it is your responsibility. So for example, if you want to go to another country and study, but you're going to give up your job, it is you and you alone who will make the final decision. All the weight is on your shoulders, basically. It's all your responsibility. And I said, these predictions are not set in stone. So set in stone is another expression we use that something is kind of 100% guaranteed. You have to do it, or you're obligated to do it. So for example, if you sign a contract with someone, that's kind of set in stone. You have to do it. But financial predictions are not set in stone. That means they can change at any time. Or you could say, like, for example, when you were a child, you might have had a curfew when you had to be home. You know, my 11 p.m. curfew was set in stone by my father. It means you really can't disobey him, or it's kind of a guarantee or 100% that it's going to happen. And then finally, at the end, I said, you may not yield your high returns. So to yield high returns is you get something from your investment, or you'll get something back from the work you put into it. So if you go to a good university, that will yield you a good job. Or, it rained a lot this year and the farmers will not yield a lot of fruits and vegetables. The responsibility of the financial risk will land in your lap at the end of the day. There are no guarantees in life or the financial markets. You may not make as much money as you expected. So I said the responsibility of financial risk will land in your lap. So your lap is kind of the top of your legs. So when we talk about things that land in your lap, it could be an opportunity or it could be the responsibility of something. So if you're running a company and the company runs out of money, you can say, well, it lands in the lap of the owner, or it lands in the lap of the CFO. It's their responsibility. So it kind of falls onto you personally, but it means it's eventually your total responsibility. Thanks for downloading, guys. And you can reach out to me at feurey@gmail.com. Bye-bye.